All right. It's a beautiful day here at Callahan Golf Links in Waleska, Georgia. 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Man, it's a cold one.
It certainly is, Justin. You could see the frost still on the greens out there, and it's going to be everything these players have to get bumbled up and start hot. We see Justin approaching the tee, and he's got a lot of room on the left and the right. You can see that landing zone, and he's going to want to make sure he's on the left side to hit this dog leg. Oh, and he's got to be a little iced down because that shot is frigid, very slow, going to the right, not where he wants to be at all.
Well, next up is a player that I've really been interested in watching this year. Starting to work on his swing.
Bang, starting off strong, right down the pipe, exactly what Ben wants at the start of this round. That's the landing zone you want to hit. He's going to be teed up very well for his second shot.
Yeah, he'll have a good look at making a par on this one. All right, next up, repping the University of Georgia. Got the jeans on the tee box here. Rob on his breakfast ball.
A little casual out there today, but he's making it work. Not bad at all. A little slow off the tee. Didn't quite get the distance, but overall it should be a fine second shot.
Okay, we have Jarrett here with the breakfast ball. Tie, left. Oh, it is hooking.
It continues to hook, and I think that one's long gone.
Just on the next hole, +2, 3-wood, which I know he's been wanting to hit. Not liking that one.
That's a stinger. I mean, still on the fairway, looking good for a second shot. Let's see what Jarrett's got for us here.
Par 4, 385, has driver out.
The windup. Boom! Oh, and talk about burning up worms. They are in for it today. That is a scorcher. I think he might find himself back in the water.
Robert here.
Oh, not what you want to see. I think that ball is gone into the woods. They're going to need a search and rescue party to find that one.
All right, next up, Ben's on the tee box.
Benjamin has been on fire lately.
+3 through hole 3, bogey golf. Not bad. Oh,
Oh,
no.
dear. Well, you're going to have to break out the telescope to see that one. That is a moonshot off to the right.
Looks like he was swinging a snake more than a club.
Justin lining up and bang!
Wow.
Beautiful. He is absolutely going to like that. That is about as good as it gets.
262, nice little chip on. Looking for birdie there. Jarrett with the 6-iron playing the smart golf approach.
Smart golf approach. Smooth as butter. That is exactly what Jarrett was looking for. He played the smart golf, and it's paying off for him.
Yeah, he'll try to get some strokes back there. And it looks like he bogeyed that last one. Now he's at +7. Swinging hard.
Bam! Pulling out the big stick. The big swing pays off. He's got a lot of movement, but I think he's going to like that. It's a wide open fairway.
Been on his mulligan shot. It's to the right, but he's cut that dogleg very nicely.
Oh, absolutely. That's smart golf right there. Being aware of his surroundings and taking advantage of the course layout. Great shot.
Let's see if Robert is loosened up here.
Looking a little stiff.
Oh, a little hook left, but it'll kick off that hill nicely. Yep, yes it does. 235. He'll be okay.
Justin looking loose and limber, feeling very confident for this shot.
Yeah, +6, 4th hole. I think he's liking his odds there.
Boom stick. That's what you want to see. I mean, watch out for the people down there. Unfortunately, the way the hole was lined up, he was making it hard for himself going off to the left there.
All right, Ben. Next hole, hole 5, +6. Oh, what contact from Ben.
And he cranked that one. And he's keeping the streak alive. You could see the placement there. It's exactly what he needs to make the most of that. Jarrett. Oh, the earth shakes. Impact from that ball coming down. I mean, the moles are going to be awoken from their slumber. Looks like it got gobbled up in the rubbish.
Justin on his mulligan.
Woo! Oh, I tell you, that thing It had rockets coming out the end.
Okay, a little par three, closest to the pin action here. And I'm curious where he's aligned. This is his mulligan shot, 9-iron. Line up to the left, and sure enough, it goes left.
He came all the way around on that one, and he knew he didn't like it as soon as he lifted his head.
Oh, and we've got Robert pointed the other way. Draw in. Yes, it's drawing. Can it get there? Oh.
It looks like he just overestimated that draw. Just lined up improperly there. It just comes down to poor technique.
Oh, what a beauty.
It's looking good. Could it be? It has to be on the green. Oh, and just at the end. Oh, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Benjamin lined up very far right.
Yeah, looking over his shoulder. Might try the draw.
Oh, I mean, it went straight the way that he was pointed up, but not where he wanted it.
All right, hole 7. Last hole.
Oh, man.
And he pures it.
Piped it. That is what we call the BDE.
238. He'll have a good shot to the green from there.
Jarrett. Just punishing the dirt. He must have gotten called for the room service for the Wolves because they're calling him back into the den.
All right, last shot here for Justin. +9, hole 7.
Justin's been feeling very loose today. Boom shakalaka. I mean, wow. You talk about power, you talk about precision. This guy's got it all.
Okay, let's take a look at how the round fared out for the rest of them. And to be honest, Rob, it's not pretty.
Not their best golf, to be sure, but there are some bright spots here. If you look at the game that Benjamin played, shooting under 100 in tough, brutal conditions with the cold. I mean, you got to think with the way the ball is reacting and the less power that you can get on it, for him to score this way on a day like today, you have to respect it and think that good things are just around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ben being 9 strokes underneath Justin's handicap, man, he must really like that front 9 there. Tied with Justin at 49. And even having 4 strokes under.
Well, and yeah, I was going to say it carries over to the back 9 where I think the biggest thing in his game was consistency. When you look at what he was able to do to put himself in a good position, drive after drive, that's what it takes. Now, if he can get his putting under control, we're going to see big things from him in the tour this upcoming year.
Now, someone who could probably take some lessons from Ben, Jarrett, just not a lot of great things off the tee today. Man, really trying to just muscle that ball, and I think we saw the outcome of that.
He did have some bright spots. I think back to some of his play with the putting and in the short game. But as you said, Justin, by getting himself dug in early, and when I mean dug in, I mean literally into the side of the hill, that it's just hard to come back from that. You got to think if he can loosen up a little bit and get more consistent on the fairway, he's got big things just around the corner. Now, look at Justin's game today. He's been better other times, but all things considered, put some great shots together and just ended up imploding when it came to the putting green. You saw 3-putt after 3-putt, some 4 and 5, and when you've got a day like that, it's just hard to recover. I'm sure Justin's disappointed in the round, but on the tee box, he was loose, he was limber, and he was striking bombs. So, what's your take? I mean, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are for the future of his game.
He's had some great shots off the tee. He just needs to ride those into the green. And you're absolutely right. Those 3 putts, unacceptable. Got to work on that approach play. And if he does that, he'll be back down to shooting 90s, 80s. Who knows? Maybe even to the 70s. But didn't see it today. I'm not sure we'll see it until things thaw out.
And speaking of thawing out, someone's game who is ice cold, Rob today, just atrocious. We've seen some bad rounds. This was one of the worst. At some points, it was hard to watch. Just outright embarrassing. Horrible off the tee box. The approaches were chunky. They were thin. And the putting was noodleistic. I mean, just wandering all around the greens, taking the longest possible route to get into that hole. You don't like to see things like this, and sometimes you wonder why he even bothers to play the game. Truly a spectacle of the horrific. Not sure if we'll see him in the future because I can't imagine that his sponsors are going to want to keep funding this affair.
You never know. You never know. Well, like they say, a day out on the course is better than any day indoors. So great watching these players today, and we're looking forward to the next couple times they're out on the course there.